Well, hello guys, and welcome back. In today's little tutorial, I'm going to make an attempt to teach you guys how to make a very simple trap or hip hop kind of beat. Now, if this is something that you like, something that you might be interested in, stay tuned guys, and do not go away. Alright, but before I get started guys, don't forget to hit that button like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to make a comment in the comment section below, because that really will help me out in this channel. I want to give you guys a free MIDI file with every beat that I make. If you are interested, stay till the end and I'll tell you how. Alright, so let's get started with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating a chord progression. And what I suggest you guys do is that you learn one of the scales. Just learn one scale and live by that scale and just love that one scale, so that way you could get better at creating chords and chord progressions and melody within that scale. So right now I'm going to use the A minor scale. So I'm going to use this A right here. And my chord progression is going to be A, E, back to A, and then down to D. And then I'm just going to start creating my chord right here. And inside my course I explained to you guys how to make a chord progression, and it's very easy to do, and it's absolutely free. I'm not charging anything for it. I do have a paid one, but this particular course I give it out for free. So all you have to do is head over to my website and you could get it. Now after I did this, what I'm doing is I'm adding the 7th note to this one. I'm also adding it to the E. So let's go here. And again over here. And let me see. And again over here. And then I'm going to add a little accent note. Let's bring that over, and I'm going to put it right here. But then I'm going to bring it up 2 octaves. So control, arrow up again. So now it's all the way up here. Alright, now that I'm done with this chord progression, let's take a quick listen to this chord progression to hear how it sounds. This VST that I'm using, I'm going to show you at the end, so that way you guys could also get it. I mean, it's amazing to make beats with this VST that I have here. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to strum these notes, because it sounds better with them strummed. So what I'm going to do is you go here to where it says 1/16 and you go down to 1/64. And I'm going to make them go up and down. So the first thing is I'm going to make it go up. So what you do is you take the second note and you move it to the right. But if you go like this and you have that little gap, you went too much. So you want them to be stacked like that, right next to each other. If you take a look this down here. So let's move this one over. There you have it. And this one over. And there you have it. Now we're going to go backwards. We're going to go down. There you have it. Then we're going to go back up again. You hear the crackling of this thing? It gives it that lo-fi kind of feel. Alright, so let's turn this back to 1/16. And now let's take a listen to this chord progression again. So I messed up with this E. I had put it right here, and I just had to fix it because I didn't want an E flat. I wanted a regular E in there. So anyways, so that's the chord progression. Now we're going to start adding the bass line to it, and I use this VST called ERS Drum, and I talk about that in I made another video on how to create your very own 808. I suggest you go and check out that video, and you can start creating your very own 808, so make it sound a little different. So remember, I'm just going to stick with the root note. So it was A, then E, back to A, and then we're going down to D. So now you hit and hold Control and arrow down to bring it down 1 octave. So let's take a quick listen to this right now. I like that sort of kind of in your face. So let's take a listen to both of these together. All right, so there you have it. So now what we need to do is we need to work on the snares. So on the snares, what I do is I normally put it on the 3rd beat. So if you look here, it says bars and beats. So let's click on this bow tie. So now we have it right here. This whole length right here is 1 bar, and every section here is 1 beat. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 beats inside the 1 bar. So now you know what are bars and beats inside of LMMS. So again, you put it on the 3rd one, and then I put it in the middle of the 3rd and 2nd. Put another one there, another one on the 3rd. We do it again over here, the same thing, and another one on the 3rd. So let's take a listen to this snare. There we go. All right, so that's the snare. So now let's listen to this all together. I could hear Drake singing over this thing. All right, so now we're going to go into the kick. The kick, we're going to create something very simple as well. So we're going to put it on the 1. All right, and the kick, the way the kick runs, if I'm saying this correctly, if I am saying it wrong, please somebody correct me. The kick goes 1 and 2. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another kick right here in the middle of 2 and 3, 3rd beat. And then I'm going to put another kick over here in the middle of the 3rd and the 4th beat. And we're going to repeat this over here. Let's move this over. And over here at the end. And now I want the bass to repeat whatever the kick is doing. So let's put this one here. Let's put this one here. Another one here. Another one down here. So now let's listen to this together. Has that nice little vibe to it. Now I'm going to show you something that I do. So I do 3 kicks, okay? And what I do is I have 1 kick, I click right here on this little tool, and then I click on clone this track, and I create another 2 extra kicks. And then I take one and I move it all the way to the right, or pan it to the right, and the other one pan it all the way to the left. So now the kick is going to sound more, it's going to sound louder. So let's take a listen to this. You hear it's more in your face. Before it was more a little bit in the background. So that's one way to take your kick and put it more in your face. Now, I didn't come up with this. I saw this in a video. Studio Linked is the company that they make VST, and the guy's usually, he makes a lot of different beats to showcase his VST that he has for sales. And this is one of the tricks that I learned from him. So shout out to Studio Linked. Thank you so much for teaching me this. Now, let's go right into the hi-hat. Now the hi-hat, all we're going to do is we're going to keep it on every beat. Nothing complicated. Because here, I don't know, I didn't want to do anything too complex. So now we're going to just highlight everything again, copy, paste, and then just arrow to the right and just filled up everything. And let me show you what this sounds like. Nice and simple, okay? Just gonna keep the pace going in here. So there you have it. That was the hi-hat. Now we're going to add an open hi-hat to this. And this one, we're going to put it on the second beat. Okay. Let's extend it. We're going to put it on the first bar, and we're going to put it on the third bar again on the second beat. Why? The second beat. Because on the third beat, the snare is going to hit. So right before the snare hit, if a real drum player was playing it, he would have the hi-hat open right before the snare hits, and then close it, and then hit on the snare. All right. So this is what this sounds like. And let's hear it all together here, so you could see, or you could hear what I'm telling you. Hear it? Psst, hear it again. You heard it? It's like pa. I like that. Now I added some effects because I wanted to add a little something extra to this beat. I didn't want it to just have this repetitive melody that I have, although it's not a melody, it's just a chord progression. But let's add some effects to add a little some more vibe to it. All right, so I added this here all the way here, and then what I did is I added this little drum roll that comes inside of this Versace drum kit, and then I also added crash that I added to this. All right, so I added these effects to it. So let's listen to the first effect. That'll be the first one. Now this is the drum roll that I have, and I brought it down to the letter G. So that will be that. And then over here, I added this here. And that will be that. So let's listen to all this together and hear how it sounds. I didn't like that. So let's put it there now. Let's listen to it again. So there you have it. That is the beat. Now I'm not going to go into making the whole entire beat. I just wanted to show you how you can create your very own beat. As promised, I'm going to show you this creepy piano right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate this so it just plays that. And this piano is really good for creating any kind of hip hop, trap kind of sound, whatever you like. You can definitely use this. So there's that lo-fi feel that it has right there, right? So let's go backwards. I mean, even with this, it will still sound good with all the instruments in there together. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, listen to that. Got that lo-fi feel too. You hear that in the background? So anyway, that's the creepy piano. It just sounds amazing. Now the other 808 that I use, let's solo this as well, is this ERS drum. It's an awesome VST. So here we go. I have a video on how to create your very own 808 using this VST. And I think this VST is very powerful only because the notes are always in key no matter where you place them. Listen to that. It just sounds really good. No matter where you place them, it's always going to be in key. It's always going to sound perfect every single time. So that's why I use this. And then what did I do with this? I went into effects, I added the camel crusher, and then I added the equalizer. Let me show you the equalizer. So I just cut out all the bottom end, and then I brought it over and cut out all the harmonics that were down here, because this is the kind of kick drum or 808 that I wanted, because it's not super in your face, but what I like about it is, again, you can listen to this on your phone and you can still hear this kick happening in the background instead of just a regular 808, and when you listen to it on your phone you won't be able to hear it. So I just wanted it to punch through on a regular phone or tablet or whatever, and you'll be able to hear this kick as well. Alright guys, something that I'm going to start doing moving forward is I'm going to give you guys the MIDI files for this beat that I just created. All you have to do is head over to my website, beatmakingforbeginners.com, and you have to register and become a member, and it's absolutely free. As I mentioned before, I also have a tutorial or a course to teach new beat makers on how to make a beat inside of LMMS. How to make a chord progression, how to make the kick, how to make the melody be in key, also how to make a bass line in there as well. I'm actually going to add that to it this week, hopefully. So anyways, head over to my website again, to beatmakingforbeginners.com, download this MIDI file. I will include the snare, the kick, the effects and everything else that's here. I will also have in there the links to the creepy piano and the ERS drum. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you guys learned something new from this, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. And have a blessed day.